Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurazo here, coming at you guys with a Lost Art Mark Watch art. If you guys don't know what this is, I go over every Lost Art that we got released in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, and I tell you my overall thoughts about it, like if you should hold it, if you should get it, what it can go up to, etc, etc. Now, if you like these special market watches, because I love doing these types of market watches, and we will be having one for OTS as well, where I go through all the ultis, OTS 1 through 19, and the supers there as well. Make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if we get 100 likes. If you're not subscribed, hopefully today's the day to earn your subscription. We just hit 2,700 subscribers about a week ago, roughly, and that's pretty awesome. So we're definitely going to be able to hit our goal for 3,000, but let's see if we get 35,000 by the end of the year. Also, if you're buying any cards off TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description. It will help out the channel to no additional cost to you. And if you, in my next Mark Watch, which will be a regular Mark Watch, you want to see any cards, let me know in the comment section below. And I better not get that one guy. It's always going to happen where it's like, oh, last Mark Watch, I wanted you to go over this. Well, number one, I'm not entitled. Number two, this is a Lost Art Mark Watch, motherfucker. We go over Lost Art, all right? So your suggestion skips to the next one. So it'll be there, buddy. Relax. It'll be there. Most likely. But yeah, jokes aside, I'm gonna get right into it. So Monster Reborn. Now this card actually was like a $10 to $15 card, because a lot of people who don't know, this was one of our first Lost Arts. In fact, I think it was our first, and it's actually a pretty good one. A lot of people have this unwrapped, including myself. I have sealed and I have unwrapped because I wanted to play with mine when I got it, and I really like this artwork. It's not my favorite Lost Art, but I like it. Light plays are 43, which isn't too bad here for a light play, to be honest with you here. Near mids are about 55, and then they go up right away to like 68, 72, all that. I'll be frank with you, I think you guys should try to get a sealed one. Maybe if you want to go to sites that have like pictures and stuff like that. Like, for example, these Italians are sealed. You can see right over there, it's like neatly sealed, but still sealed. So you get an Italian for $50, which is not too bad, although collectors of these cards usually like English. However, if you want to grab one for your own personal collection, I would grab a light play one, unless you want it sealed, which getting it sealed increases its value for the most part, because a lot of people prefer sealed ones, especially collectors. Make sure to grab yourself a near mint one, especially because there's not too many until they jump up to 70 and all that. Dark Magician Girl 2020. Now this changed 2020 marketplace. Like, this card made the Yu-Gi-Oh market go crazy for like 2 weeks, and then with the 2021 version made it go crazy with speculation for a long time, and then obviously when it came out. Now I'm gonna tell you guys quickly that this is easily the most popular Lost Art, because places were selling out of Dark Magician Girls like within 2-3 days, and no other Lost Art has done something anywhere close to that. So right over here we got about $39 for your near mints here, going up to about 40, 43 here. Now, if you want a great Lost Art to invest in, I think these sealed will hit up to around $200 in about 2 years, right? Anywhere from that range, because this is the kind of card where we're not, number one, we're never going to see it again. Even the reprint, it's completely different, right? So this is always going to be treated as the first edition, no matter what. If it's a choice between 2021 and 2020, always get the 2020 versions. I will explain the differences when we get to the 2021 version. But if you guys want a card to hold on to for a long time, this is it. I love the thighs especially. Like, it's also uncensored, it's got some cleavage. I prefer this as the best version of Dark Magician Girl. I do not care about the Ghost. I do not care about any of the, First Ed Pharaohs, really, or Magician Force, really cool. But this is the version I love the most, because it's uncensored and it shows the thigh action. I just like the background aesthetic. It just looks super cool to me. So grab these if you can find these sealed. If you have to pay full price, pay full price. Dark Magician Girl 2021. Now the difference between these two versions is this doesn't really have a border on the picture right over here, as in. And this one does. The numbers are also different. This is 35. The other one's 18, 19. Okay, I was one off, guys. I know this one has 35, right? So there are differences between this. People call this the thicker Dark Magician Girl. Now these are about $24 compared to the about the $40-ish to $45 that the other ones are. This version, it's not like it's awful to pick up, but most people are always going to value the other version. I told people to try to exchange your 2021 versions for the 2020 versions, back when they were a lot closer in price, and back when this card I think was a lot more money than it should have been. And I know a lot of people who sold these when they were 50s to 60s, and you know, you were able to buy Dark Magician Girls regular ones back when these were like 30, because they did tank to 30, and I told everyone that that's a steal. I still think 40 or 45 is a steal, but hey, you got an increase if you got them at 30. Or, you know, if you were like me and actually visited multiple card shops to get your one copy. Elemental Hero versus Cinetrix here for Lost Art. Now, these are about $13, but I get this. This is probably one of my most requested Lost Arts that people want to buy from me, because these aren't really in stores anymore. They didn't sell as quickly as Dark Magician Girl, but they sold relatively well. $13 going up to 16 here. This in a couple years is going to age like fine wine. If you don't want to get the Dark Magician Girls, or you want to just see where to put your money in, I would really grab a playset of Cinetrix, because this card is essentially guaranteed to go higher and higher. Now, there are 63 listings, and there is a wall here for 13. Well, no, we're on the... Yeah, there's a wall for 13, but over there. But roughly 13 is not a bad price. It could go a little lower, but I don't think it's going to go lower than $10, $11. And it's definitely going to reach 2025 sooner rather than later, if not a lot higher. So I would grab your Cinetrix while you can. In fact, I really like how they released this, although the one thing I don't like, and you can kind of see this in a lot of Cinetrix artwork, is her leg is just like always kind of like she's bending in this weird angle. I always hated her pose. I always hated it. Skill Drain Lost Art. Now, this was free money if you had these when you had Skill Drain at 3. Now, I never thought Skill Drain would be at 3 per se, at least not soon, as we got it. But I told people to get this just in case it goes to 2, because I thought they would bump it up to 2 first. I don't know why they put Skill Drain to 3, but Light Stage to 3 was a little too scary. They had to put that too. Ooh, Konami, we're scared, you know. Skill Drain, though, Lost Art here went up to about 100, 120. And now they're about $34. It's a lot more affordable because this was the reprint that really held Hand Arsenal, one of the worst selling sets in the game. $34 going up to about, 38s over here, going up to 40, 43. This card's always going to be worth money because, A, a lot of them are unsealed. Because a lot of people, when this card went up to 120, people started selling them, and people bought them in order to buy. This card, I want to say there was a lot of sealed out there until it went to 3, and then a lot of people started cracking them open. So people aren't really thinking that in the back of their head, and they're thinking to themselves, oh, getting a sealed Skill Drain is way easier than getting a skilled Dark Magician or a Monster Reborn, when it's probably the opposite. So if you can get your hands on sealed Skill Drains, that's really worth it. If you want to get regular ones here for 34, I don't think this is a bad price point. The reprint ones are like 15 if you just want something to play, and that's fine. I just think that these will go up more rather than go down at this price. Foolish Burial. Now, if you guys don't know, this is probably one of my all-time favorite Lost Arts, if not my favorite. I'm still trying to decide a top 3, but this is definitely a top 2 for sure. Might even be a first, to be honest with you, because if you guys don't know, when I was a kid, this was the first artwork I saw for Foolish Burial, and I thought this was super cool. I just love the whole aesthetic. So when I saw what they had in the game, I was actually really upset when I was a kid. So this was something when I saw, getting released to TCG as an adult, I got super excited for. Now, Lost Arts are $20, going up to about $25 right over here. I told people to pick these up at $12 to $14 because this card is not only a collector's card, being like an old school card that you could collect sealed or even unsealed, but people will always play Foolish Burial as long as this game continues on, because it's just a great generic card where it lets you dump something, and when cards are sent to the graveyard, they get effects. Graveyard good. Graveyard is called the second hand for a reason, right? And this lets you basically add anything to your hand with that logic, if you're thinking about it that way. I think this is criminally undervalued. I don't care if you order and it comes unsleeved or sleeved, because with TCG Player, for those who don't know, if you order near mint, you could get it sealed, you could get it unsealed. I said sleeved before, that was incorrect. If you don't have it in some type of sleeve, sorry, that's all I gotta say. But I think this card is good to pick up quite a few copies of. Like, this is honestly free money. Now we're gonna go through Exodia pieces. Now Exodia, the forbidden one, the head right over here. Near mitts are about 25 here, going up to 27. But I wanna tell you guys something, you know, very cute here. Okay, they don't have it here, but this guy right here actually has sets that are sealed. You have to get them all, but you're basically paying, you know, so 25 times 5 is 125, so plus 25 amongst them. It's 30 basically. So paying 30 for each, which is a little more, but you're getting them all guaranteed sealed, and you have a picture, and you get all of them, right? So just be wary if you guys want to grab your Exodia set, you know, Crazy Nick Sales got some genius marketing over here, at 150. Left arm of the forbidden one. These are about 20 bucks, going up to 22s. Right arms are about 18s. What's really funny is I think it was either left or right. I don't remember which one, but one of them was like $17 and the other one was like $8. And I was like, you guys should grab the $8 ones. And I grabbed a few myself, and now they're basically the same price. I assume it's right arm was the cheaper one because left arm's more expensive right now, 21, while right arm is about 17 to 18. Right leg 17, and left leg's like what, 10? $8. Yeah, this is so weird to me. Like, I'm okay. If there's a little bit of a difference, because they did come out like about 2 months after each other, roughly. For all of them, I don't know if they squeezed another Lost Art in between it as like a breather, but $8 going up to $10. This is free money. It's really weird for me to suggest to you guys, hey, just get the left leg. But honestly, if the right leg could be 17, 18, the left leg could be as well. So getting them at $8, $9, it just depends on how much money. Like if you have like backup money, this is basically guaranteed. And I don't like to tell people to spend like emergency money or backup money, but this is the kind of card that moves very quickly and is very, you know, easy to, you know, hold on to for a while and go up. So grab a couple of these copies while you can. Harpy Queen from the Lost Art promotion here, 15 bucks, going up to about 16s. This card always dabbles anywhere from 14 to like $22 on a good day. This was our first Harpy Queen Lost Art, and I have to say it's probably one of my favorites because, well, I'm not the biggest fan of Harpies. I always loved Harpy Queen because she just looks hot as fuck. I mean, look at all this. This is a card that I love seeing uncensored. I mean, damn, you know. This searches the field spell, I believe. Yeah, basically this is the commandment of Harpies if you want to get your field spell if you're playing it. Harpy's Chandler here. These are about 12 bucks. These were always roughly around 15, so they are lowering a little bit, to up to $12. Now, would I grab these two Harpy cards? I would make sure you at least have one copy each, but there's just better Lost Arts to invest into. Not that Harpies are bad per se. Now, Conductor here, you have a light play here for about $5, $6 here, but near mitts are about $8, $9 here. It's not bad, but collectors would rather have one of these, especially Queen. I would at least have a Queen, if not a playset. Dancer's not a good one, but $9 here, going up to 10. Collectors do like Harpies in general, so this will just move up eventually, no matter what, because of that. Now, you guys are going to hear me say throughout this market watch, hey, this is a good investment. I'm not trying to spam that, but a lot of Lost Arts are good investments because I have to admit, until the year of 2021, Konami picked awesome Lost Arts overall. I think they were really great choices. So you'll see me not say that much as we get to these later picks. Now, Solemn Judgment here at $14 is pretty good because a lot of people are unsleeving them to play because when Solemn Judgment was in, this card went up to about $18, $19. This card was about a solid $7, and I told people that's criminally undervalued. I still think it's undervalued at $14, but if you have sealed or you could get sealed, try to get sealed if you guys could for this card. It's a very good investment as well. Super Dreadnought Railcan Gusto Max here. It's about $10, $11 here. The cheapest this was like $4, I think. I think it was like 4, but it jumped up to 6 very quickly, going up to 10, 11. Now, the Lost Art competes with the Shonen Jump version, which is one card I'll show that's not a Lost Art, at $15 here. So you kind of have to pick and choose what version that you want here is. There's just better Lost Arts to invest into, and it could go up, but by the time it goes up, you'd look at other cards you could invest and be like, oh, they went up more. Ghost Sister. Now, I told people to grab one of these at $5-6, but now it's rising up to about essentially $11 going up to 12 here. A lot of people are seeing the Ghost Girl hype, and it's like, oh, well, it's a hand trap. We should go grab it. All that. I think, yeah, you have like, Maximum Golds for like $1 there. You have Secrets here for like $8 here, and then you have First Eds going for, 15 for Light Play, 22 for Near Mint. I feel like this is too much for a Lost Art when the ritual does look pretty good. Call of the Haunted. Now, I've actually talked about this card in a 5 cards I have in your trade binder, which is a series I'll hopefully do another episode on if I get the time. Near mints are about $8 here, going up to $10. So not too bad for Call of the Haunted. I told people to grab these at 5s, and they actually went up to 45s at one point. In fact, if I go for a year, can I see it? I guess it's been that too long, I guess. Unfortunate. But $10, I think it's pretty good. I like to play this, in older formats, if anything. Offering to the Doom is really good. I told people to get this at $2. At $8, I'd rather just get Call of the Haunted. Ring of Destruction here. Now, I think at $5 it was pretty good. We're seeing them at 7, and we're seeing Ring of Destruction slowly rise. A lot of my ulti Ring of Destruction sold recently as well as the ultimate rare version of this card going up. So, Ring of Destruction is seeing a little more popularity either for older versions or whatever. If you want to grab Lost Arts now, I would actually pick up a playset. I think it's not that bad. Although I actually like the this is like the only uncensored artwork that I don't like as much as the original, I think. Soldier at $8 is just too much. It's not a bad card, but I told people to get it at $1 or $2. And that's when you should have got it, and the train's left the station. Nurse Dragon Maid. Now this is one of the newest ones here. $8 going up to 10 here. A lot of people want to make this have value, but it's not working. It is a waifu card, but the issue is it's not really uncensored. Like, I think they censored a button because it looked like a nipple or something, and then they put it back. And I'm gonna be honest with you here. This is a Lost Art that you think it works in theory and on paper as a waifu card and all that, but it doesn't necessarily. It's not bad to have a copy or two, but I don't know. I wouldn't sink much money into this. Vampire Vamp here. Now, there's this card has a following. You have 2 cheap ones here at $5 before, and you get free shipping on these if you get both until it goes up to $7. So I would actually grab these two. I think it's good to have a Vampire Vamp or two. Vampires do have a cult following in the game, and a lot of people really liked this Lost Art because it kind of combined the waifu, the ecchi, the cool monster, it's a zombie card, which is really popular, right? The aesthetic won a lot of people over. I feel like this was like a hidden card that a lot of different groups like it, and I couldn't really put my finger on necessarily why. But at $5, I would get those $5-6 copies. Now Lumina, this is actually just expensive toilet paper. I would honestly think about blowing my nose into this. If it's unsealed, it's literally Kleenex to me. I will blow my nose. If this gets 150 likes, if I get one of these, I will blow my nose right in the mic. Like the end of a market watch, beginning of the market watch, whatever, into this card. Lumina, and you guys might be thinking, this doesn't sound familiar. How bad is it? It's this card. This awful, awful card. Absolutely not. It's straight toilet paper. Saber. $4 or $5. Now, this is getting a little more popularity because of the Fight for Patchwork going up and it getting played in Branded / Despia. Fluffa players obviously like this and all that. It's not a bad Lost Art to grab at $5, but I told people to grab it at $2-3. Harpy's Feather Rest. $5 here. It's not bad, but you only play one. So that's the only thing. Storming Wind here at $7. I don't know. Charmers are popular and they're not bad to grab, but there's other Charmers that we have that we'll go see later that I'd rather just grab those than this one. I don't know why Win is super popular. I really don't know why Win is more popular. Someone needs to explain that to me. Barrel Dragon. Now, I love this Lost Art. $4, this is a good investment right now because this is an old school card and a lot of people actually really like this. Now, you can't really play an older format. I think that you could play it in older formats, but the decks that Barrel Dragon were played in were super duper gimmicky. So it's really not a reason. People just like this for the collectability. So it's nothing big, but you should have your copy or two. It's for $4, it's pretty good. Gemini Elf is not even $4, going up to fives here. Now, this is a good card because a lot of old school players like Gemini Elf. The thing is that there was a lot of this lost art, and there was not enough people wanting it. There were a lot of people wanting it, they just weren't big in numbers. This is a card that you kind of put in a time capsule for a couple years. Same with, Barrel Dragon. Legendary Fisherman. Now, this was like a buck and a half. Now they're like threes, but they go up to fives at the bottom of this page. I would actually going up to sixes in the middle of this, and there's no like wall or nothing like that. So I would actually grab these while you can, and again, put it in a time capsule. Wait a few years. Alluring Mirror Split, $3, $4. From my knowledge, they don't play this. It's a continuous. I'm just yeah, they don't play this card, so this card's not really worth getting. Super Rejuvenation. Now this is played in older formats. $3 for Lost Arts here until they go up to like 4 5s. It's not bad, but it's not good either. A lot of these cheaper Lost Arts, try to get for a little cheaper if you could. Lumina's here at about $4 to $5. A lot of old school players actually really like this to play, for their versions. But we have a lot of Hollow Luminas, and we have a lot of different, versions. So this is good for old school players. Same with Celestial once we get to it. Raging Area, $3. I'd rather have 2 of this than 2 of the Winds. Dark Ruler Hades. They say Hades, but it's Hades. It took me a while to get that too. $4. This was like literally $1 when I told people to grab it. It's not bad if you want to grab it. This is very old, but it's gonna age very slowly. Parasite. This is played in a few older formats. $3 is not too terrible for it, but you have a lot of time to grab this. Blazing Hita, again, I'd rather have multiples of this at $2. You want to grab these and just hold on to them and then sell them later. It's not a bad idea. Like, for the Charmers, I feel like the Konami's really pushed the envelope when it comes to, the Charmer fan base. Like, the links are good, along with people like them. It's like kind of, cool, cute girls doing cute things. I think it's cool girls doing cool things, but I don't think they're that cute, to be honest with you here. But yeah, a lot of the Charmers just aren't that, they're not the best. Now Leo, they don't play this card. This was $1, now it's like $2.60. Again, if you want one for the collection, go for it, but it's not a good investment. Foolish Return, a lot people like this because it looks cool, not because it's ever gonna really see any play. Although it's not terrible though, to be honest with you. Like, you can kind of play this as a, they target a reborn. Oh, you could shuffle it back in. It's not awful, actually. This card's not that bad. $3, $4, and it is selling every day. And I think people are catching on to this card being somewhat relevant. So grabbing a couple copies at $3, it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it's a bit of a gamble. Dragon Pult here at $2. I would actually go grab this. Very, very good price. Celestial Lightstorm Angel here. $2 here. Not too bad here for this card. Again, same thing with Lumina. Tragedy. Now, I really like this card's artwork. I think it's really cool. Just simple guillotine. $1 to $2 here. It's a good, you get like 2 lightly plates here for $3. It's good to have a few of these lying around, again, for the future. Lesser Fiend, I talked about this card at $1. You could grab like 2 or 3 copies and then you're good. Enchanted Fitting Room, this is garbage. I wouldn't grab it. Arrivals, if you want to grab 1 copy, go for it. If you want to know what the difference is, it's her cheeks. It's really stupid. And then Dawn Zalug here. And as you guys can tell from what I said at the beginning of Mark Watching, a lot of these newer ones aren't that great compared to like the older ones, which like some of them aren't as good to get. Like, for example, Soul Drain, it's not that it's bad to get per se, but you missed a window of opportunity. But Don Zalug here, he's got his guns. It's really good. You only got Italians here, but if you could pick these up for less than 10, this is a more relevant card. So I would actually go grab these while you can, especially if you get them for cheap. With that being said, guys, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this Mark Watch in the comment section below, what you think about my Lost Art picks. Again, it's better to focus on the older lost arts, or the really cheap ones like $3 and below, and then you have to weigh if it's good or bad or not, as a penny stock. And a lot of the newer ones aren't that great. I'm definitely looking forward to 2023's lineup. I know they're gonna give us another Charmer and probably another Light Swarm, and that's kind of unfortunate, sadly, because that's 2 out of the 6 slots. I really want them to put more stuff like Donzalug, right, and other cards like that. Well, I'll see you guys in the next Mark Watch. Peace.